Hey everybody out there on the YouTubes, how you been? It's your good boy Papa Tykyo, and yeah, first off, apologies for the lack of uploads. I got to get back on that shit. I know, Papa made a big poopy mess, and I'm trying to fix it for you guys. So apologies. Right now, playing some Puyo Puyo. It's very sexual, and yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video on my top 3 regrets. Living in Japan, which I don't really have many regrets since living here. But big shout out and thank you to Intense7, who's part of my live streams. He gave me a lot of these ideas, and so muchos gracias to him. And yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd do that. You know, I've been coming to this batting cage center since I moved to Kabukicho, and I gotta say, it's really fun, you know. I really like being here and just, I mean, like, it's a great reminder that I'm out of shape and that I need to get into shape, you know. But anyway, do me a favor, hit the like button, and a question for you guys, and that is, you know, do you do any sports or do you do any exercise? Yeah. I think batting cages are the same as exercise if you think about it, so, you know. I mean, it's a good reminder that you're fat and you need to get in shape. So, but anyway, yeah, let me know in the comments down below. And, yeah, so, oh yeah, oh I love Puyo Puyo. Puyo Puyo is my fucking jam, buddy. Oh, I live, breathe, and sleep Puyo Puyo. But anyway, yeah, you know, when it comes to living in Japan, I don't really have that many regrets, you know. I moved here because I wanted to live here so badly, you know. I've wanted to live here since I saw, I mean, I've always had a fascination with Japan, but I didn't really want to live here till I saw Lost in Translation, you know. When I saw Lost in Translation, that was pretty much it for me. I was like, okay, yep, it's time to hit that old dusty trail and get my ass to Japan. Which is funny because, you know, Lost in Translation is such a popular movie for so many foreigners who come over here, and like no Japanese people know about that movie, you know. It's kind of sad, but at the same time, it's kind of nice though, because then you always have something cool to show Japanese people, like, oh yeah, why did I move here? But anyway, if we're talking about regrets, I don't know, I didn't really plan this out, you know, this is just kind of off the top of my head kind of stuff for these talky talk videos, but, you know, I think that when it came to like my personal or, you know, professional, I mean, I guess those are the only two kinds of lives if you're not counting spiritual or whatever, but yeah, you know, when it came to my, you know, my private life, or not private, personal life, you know, I think that there's some people that I wish, I mean, it's part of growing up, right? I don't really live with a lot of regrets. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really, you know, I don't live my life regretfully, you know? So, you know, like, I think everything that happened, I don't believe in, I'm not really spiritual, but I do kind of, I'm in the thought camp of that, you know, things that happen for a reason, and you know, as long as you use what happened as a way to become better and, you know, educate yourself on, you know, like it's, as long as you use that as a learning experience, then there's nothing really negative that could happen to you, you know? It's like, you know, I see all these foreigners online. I mean, and this has always been the case since I moved to Japan, where there's always been foreigners who just complain about their situation for the sake of complaining, you know? There's not really, like, their lives aren't really that difficult. It's not really that hard, but they want to feel important, so they'll bitch and whinge about shit, you know? That doesn't really matter in the overall grand scheme of things, right? And it's even like, like I remember Casey Neistat even said he's like even when he was living on welfare and in a trailer park with his new baby and working minimum wage, at least he still had a PlayStation, you know, and he had a roof over his head. The plumbing worked, you know. I've never really been to a third world country, but I grew up poor, you know, and nothing humbles you more than being poor. And but the thing is that you can't just be poor. You have to be surrounded by people that want to better themselves and like are proactively doing that, you know. Otherwise, you're just going to be around other poor people that are just kind of accepting the shitty circumstances. So, oh, the fucking carp. Oh, he's hardcore. I gotta be careful about this. Fufu. This guy's a fuckwit. God, why is it they always fuck with the controls when it comes to really? I mean, I get it. They make more money this way. Man, you gotta focus when it comes to these ones. But anyway, it's just you know, I encountered plenty of those foreigners here in Japan when I first moved here, which were just like I always tried to stay away from those kind of foreigners. You know, the ones that were negative, the ones that talk shit about their wives. Like I really hated it when I would meet people that like would talk shit about their wives, because it's like I understand that you're venting, but like this is the woman, you know, like this is the person who's the mother of your kids, you know. Why are you complaining? Like, why are you saying such toxic shit about her? I know you're angry, but like you just saying this shit and then like forgiving her the next day just shows me that like, I don't know, not a good communicator or something. But anyway, I tried to avoid those people, and I tried to hang out more with foreigners that already like that had like good relationships, or well, I guess at that time that were fucking, you know. I wanted to hang out with the dudes who were fucking a lot and you know, learn their knowledge, you know, have them teach me their ways. But when it came to like regrets though, I guess like, you know, some of my regrets are like, they're not really superficial, but it's like, I don't even know what to label them as. Like, my regrets, I guess, like, you know, again, like, if I could do things oppositely or a little bit better, you know, my, okay, so like, are we talking like just in general things, or like talking about my life? Because, you know, maybe my stories can help people in a way that could have helped me. I don't know, but let's just act like it is. So, one thing I would have done is that my college roommate killed himself about 2 years into me moving into Japan, and I don't know if it would have made a difference, because we were always kind of at each other's throats before I moved out of America. But part of me really wishes that I had kept more in touch with him. And I don't know, it's weird. I still have dreams about him where I'll be back in America and I'll be like, oh hey, what's up, man? And like it'll be that he like faked his death for tax purposes or something, and that he's you know, and that he's actually been alive this whole time. I have that dream all the time where I come to visit him, and it's so weird, but I really wish I had talked to him more. So, you know, because the thing that nobody tells you is that like it's really easy to fall out of touch with your friends back home, you know. Like when I first came here, I tried so hard to keep in touch with my friends, and I would message them all the time on Facebook and emails and whatnot. And, you know, your friends eventually get used to you not being there and just moving on with their lives. And to them, I think it kind of feels like you left them, like you left the gang, you know, like you decided that life was so better in another place that you didn't need them anymore. I don't think that they'd actively ever admit to that, but I think that is part of the psychology of that. So I do think that's part of it. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, my other friends that like are back home, you know, they're all married now, they all got careers, and I mean, some don't, but some do, you know. And I don't know, I just I feel like I wish I had kept more in touch with him, because I don't know, one of my most unfortunate memories is that I don't get to, or like one of the most unfortunate things about being in Japan is like I never got to show that guy my life here, like show him a possibility of like, dude, you don't need to kill yourself. Japan's great, you know, titties and Asia and just you know, titties is pretty good here, man. You know, he didn't have to shoot himself, you know, but it happens, right? So that's one of my regrets, is that I didn't talk to my roommate more when I first came here, and I felt like maybe that might have made a difference. Who knows? So that's one. I was gonna make this a top 3, but let's just talk about different regrets. One thing that you're not gonna know until you're older and until it happens to you is that, you know, I didn't realize until the time had passed that I had spent a lot of my time with toxic people. And, you know, I hate the term like toxic and like triggered and everything, because I feel like it's just one of those things where it's just like SJW stuff. Hey, I won. Fuck you. Yeah, fuck you, 2 cats. You know, it's like people like to overuse racism or mental illness as a way for them just to get attention, or for them just to make a point about something that really didn't need to have that extra layer of drama to it, you know? But I feel like I wasted a lot of my time on people that didn't return the favor to me. And people would say, hey, you know, that's not what friendship's for. You know, friendship is being there for somebody no matter what. But nah, I'm going to have to disagree with that line of thought there. I think that friendships should be reciprocal. And if you're friends with somebody who you're always giving and they're just taking, that's not a friendship. You're being used, you know? And yeah, that happened to me more than a couple times. And yeah, I just, you know, unfortunately, it's one of those things where it's just like I was young, and it's like one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, man, obviously, like looking back, if I'm talking to myself, it's like, obviously, why did you do that? But, you know, were you friends with that person? But it's just like, you know, like when I fuck up, I'll admit that I fucked up, you know? But at the same time, I think that young people, especially young people, like, you know, you have to be able to stand up for yourself when somebody is an asshole to you, or somebody's treated you badly when you've done good by them. And if you're watching my videos for a while, you know exactly who I'm talking about, for at least this YouTube example. But, you know, with that being said, like, there's nothing you can do about people who are shitty to you in the past. You can just, I mean, it is one of those things where it's just like, revenge is the best, success is the best revenge, right? It's true, you know? And it's like, but I hate myself that even on the worst days, you know, even on the worst days, I'll be like, I'll let that image or that memory of that person who kind of fucked me over, like, get to me, you know? And I'm just like, oh man, I shouldn't be focusing on this. I got bigger fish to fry. And usually I know it's like, if I didn't have enough sleep or something, if I'm getting cranky, it's easy for me to just, you know, forget about this stuff, or like, you know, or just slip into a bad mood, you know? You gotta be careful about that. I regret using more of my English when I got comfortable in Tokyo. I think one of the things that's so easy to do, that it's so easy to slip in, is that you need to be careful about, you know, using your Japanese. Oh, I mean, like, you know, when you first get to Japan, you need to be as Japanese as possible. You know, you need to fucking, you know, you got to learn your Japanese. You got to, like, it's not just a casual studying from a textbook. It's like you're living and breathing Japanese every day. Otherwise, you're never going to learn. And you're always going to rely on people for, you know, to basically hold your hand. And I don't know if you guys want that, but I didn't want that. And I hate relying on other people for something that I should be taking care of, you know, myself. So, yeah. But I guess my one thing, though, is that when I moved to Tokyo, it was so easy to hang out with other foreigners. And I'd been so deprived of that for years living in Chiba, that, like, it was just like, yeah, finally get to hang out with foreigners again. And it kind of screwed up my mojo for a bit, you know, with Japanese. So, you know, that's one thing that I regret doing, you know. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's do the purple here. Yeah. Triple combo, bitch. Yeah. Oh, it's so nice. Shit, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Yeah, kicked his ass. But yeah, I mean, you know, when I was in Chiba, it was so easy to be full native going Japanese because all my friends were Japanese or foreigners who didn't speak English, so we spoke Japanese. And I was really proud of that fact. And at some point, I just, you know, I remember when I first met Tokyo Kuni, I was like, how can you just stay at home and watch Saturday Night Live, you know? Like, I'm like, you're in Japan. Like, you know, shouldn't you be watching Japanese TV? And I realized, like, you know, foreigners in Tokyo, they're really spoiled. You know, you have to go out of your way to not learn Japanese here. Like, you know, when I was in Chiba, like, I was like, I was sick and tired of not getting the inside jokes with my coworkers and my students. So I was like, okay, I got to watch Japanese TV and see what the hell they're talking about because this is frustrating, you know. Oh, you're gonna get it. Oh shit, he's not gonna get it. He might not get it. Oh no, come on. Yellow bitch. And so, yeah, bitches. Quadruple baby. So I guess that was a thing. Just like not using my Japanese that much. I don't know. I think that, like, it's not so much a regret. It's just one of those things where I had to learn it myself, where it's like, you know, it's so funny. I was talking to one of the guys on my Discord, and he's a young dude, and he's really smart. Like, he's exceptionally smart. And, you know, he's like, Papa Tikyo, I'm feeling, like, depressed. And I was telling him how I saw this video online the other day, and it's with, like, this cowboy-looking motherfucker, and he's just like, young people are really depressed these days, but to be fair, that's been young people all the time. They've always been depressed. And you know, the reason why young people are depressed, of course they're depressed. Why? Because, you know, they have this expectation for, you know, society has this expectation of them and also for themselves that, like, you know, they need to have their shit together and they need to know what kind of person they want to be, like, right off the bat. And, you know, you're never going to get that. Or, like, you know, like, it's very rare, I think, for, like, an actual young person to know exactly what they want right off the bat like that, you know? And so it's like, you know, I was like, most people don't know what they want to do until they're 40 or something. There's, like, a lot of people that just kind of wing it, you know? They just, like, think this is what they should be doing, but they don't really know. I mean, most adults are just people that are really good at bullshitting and pretending like they have control over what's going on, but they don't know. You know, we're all just helpless kids trapped in our adult bodies that don't know what the fuck's going on, you know? But, I mean, if you know that most people are not that much, and this isn't like some Dunning-Kruger effect thing or whatever, like, this is like, you know, it's just, if you know that most people out there, despite how smart they might be on paper, probably have the same issues and anxiety and worries that you do, it makes it a lot easier to not put yourself down, if that makes sense. I don't know if I said that right, but, like, I had, like, when I lived in my house in Ikebukuro, it's like, you know, I had 3 roommates from Google over the course of, like, 5 years, and like, those people have the same bullshit problems that like anybody has, you know? And so it's like, you know, it's like, what are your regrets when you come to Japan? Like, did you, you know, working or saving or dating? And I'm like, nah, I mean, you know, I did what a lot of dudes in their 20s do. I you know, fucked a lot and just, you know, had fun, and, you know, my 20s were spent with me just trying to do stuff that I thought would make me more mature, you know? Like, I wanted to get married, have a family, you know, have a big fucking career at a Japanese company. And then I was just like, at one point, I'm like, wait, this isn't what I really want, you know? Like, this is what I thought I wanted, but this doesn't feel like what I want, you know? And then I was just like, okay, well, if this isn't what I want, then I gotta go find what it is that I want. And, you know, I don't regret that at all, you know? And, like, I make less money than I did when I was working full time, but, like, I get to do exactly what I want to do. And, You know, like, I know plenty of people that are always like, oh man, like I know plenty of people that have really good careers that are married and stuff too, and they feel like they're trapped. And you know, that's why it's like when people are like, hey man, you should get married like us, you know, we have it pretty good. I'm like, nah, you know, you have it good, but you're stuck. You can't leave, you know, or unless you're an asshole, you know, you're not going anywhere. And so, you fucking dick. I'm fucked. But anyway, wow, 24 minutes. This has been way too long. Like and subscribe. If you want a part 2 to this, let me know. But for right now, this video's been too long. I gotta make another video now. Yeah. Way too long. 24 minutes. Fuck me.